Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. Today, we weren't going to produce any content because we had something to attend to, a family matter to attend to. So by the time my day got started, I was very, very tired, and I was like, guys, I don't know if I can produce anything. So we went out to the store recently, just came back, and then I turned on my computer and I saw something that made me say, okay, listen, no, I have to say something about that. So the fact of the matter is this: there's been nothing to talk about in the NBA sector over the last, let me say, 24 to 48 hours. And recently there was a game that took place between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets. Now, the Lakers won the game and there was nothing really there, right? But there was this back and forth that took place between LeBron James and head coach Ime Udoka of the Houston Rockets. And they kind of had this back and forth, and then they asked LeBron about, the little thing that took place on the court. And LeBron was like, no, we were just exchanging Thanksgiving pleasantries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, okay, whatever. Now, during this dispute, LeBron got hit with a technical. Ime Udoka got hit with his second technical. He got tossed out of the game. And at the time, I didn't know he had a second tee. But I was like, is this something to be teeing up these guys for? They're just having a back and forth. Like, what's going on here? And then what happened? Over the next few hours or whatever, over the past 12 hours, 24 hours, various sources now started releasing the audio. And I actually saw, the first time I saw the audio was on B-Ball Breakdown. They were the channel that actually showed what was said. And I saw it and I was like, okay, is this something to talk about? So I was like, okay, I'm not talking about this. And then I saw, okay, various people started talking about this back and forth. I'm like, okay, there's nothing really, there's not much happening in the news cycle. So what happened? I got home and then I turned on my computer. And the show was recommended to me from ESPN First Take, a clip, excuse me. And in this clip, as you guys know, Shannon Sharpe goes on ESPN twice a week, Mondays and Tuesdays. You saw Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe reacting to the little spat that took place on the court. So as I started listening to Stephen A. Smith, he was giving his piece and he was upset that the referees teed him up, which I agree with. And then Shannon Sharpe comes on there and takes his thing to a whole different level, and then takes a personal shot like, yo, if I was LeBron, I would have said this and this about Nia Long. And I'm like, yo, bro, what are we doing, right? Like, what are we doing? So for those of you who didn't hear what Shannon Sharpe had to say about this exchange, I want to quickly play it for you now, when we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Shannon had to say here.
First of all, I'm pretty ticked off that Ime Udoka got ejected. If you're the referee, why don't you call a game? Mind your damn business. What are they going to do, get in a fight? I mean, come on, man. Let them talk. What's the big deal? That's part of the theater of sport. We got to all sing Kumbaya and hug one another. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's no reason. There was no call for that ejection. Secondly, LeBron walked over to him. And I have no problem with Ime Udoka, who basically was saying, stop, being, you know what the word,
B-I-T-C-H.
B-I-T-C-H, just told him to stop doing that or whatever.
Thanks for that, Shannon.
And LeBron was like, don't be using that word so loosely.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
And Ime was like, this, I'm a grown-ass man. I use that word if I want to. I didn't call you the B word.
Yeah, hold on.
I said stop being like that.
But then
I didn't call you that. Now, you are very. Now, I remember this guy named Shannon Sharpe, right?
Yeah.
See, this is the beauty of a guy like Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe says something that I thought was very, very profound. When I interviewed you on it wasn't Club Shay Shay, it was Stephen A. Smith show. But when I interviewed you there, and Shannon Sharpe said something to me that I peeled and I took it, and he was like this: you don't have to respect me, but I will not be disrespected.
I won't let you do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, had he called them the B word, that's different. If he's saying stop being because, you whining about calls and stuff, that's totally different. Who's LeBron to go over to him and tell him, you don't use those words? So it's a grown-ass man. And by the way, he ain't one of the players. He's a coach.
Yeah.
That's what he want to do. That's what he want to do.
If I walk into a room and I say, y'all some BIT, hold on. I need you to address who.
That's right.
Does it got my address on it?
All right.
I need some clarification.
Right.
Because now
if he called you to be one.
Hold on. And then he said, LeBron, soft ass boy. Whoa.
Oh, well, that's because LeBron walked over them and got in his face now. That's what happened.
Now, see, I may, see, this is how I meet, this me. I ain't LeBron, this me. Now, see, I'm going to say, I may see, now, okay, now, you being like the cabbage, all head, no ass. I'm going to test you.
Right.
I'm going to see what you got.
That's a very, very valid point. Most people ain't going to say that to Shannon Sharpe. We ain't talking to the Black Hulk like that. You understand? But in your defense, you not rolling over to the coach, acting like you going to do something.
But here's the thing. The man, all Bron said, bro, don't use that term loosely.
Come on, man.
I'd had to hit it. See, you was messing with one of them and it cost you your relationship.
Oh, stop that. Stop that nonsense. Stop that nonsense right there.
I keep getting Molly. When they go low, I go to the basement. Yeah, I ain't Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama say they go low, we go high. I go to the basement.
I don't have to go to the basement.
Sometimes I go to hell.
But it ain't necessary sometimes to go that way. You got to take into, wait a minute. You're not taking into account the fact that LeBron rolled over there and kind of instigated.
No.
You ain't got to walk over to him like that.
He heard the man say that term.
All right, but not, listen, he didn't call him that.
You talk about the Lakers. I happen to be on the Lakers. If they say, hold on. If somebody walk in the room talking about that first day Cruz and B, I'm like, hold on.
No. What they said was stop being over calls. That's different than calling you that, Shannon.
Come
on, man.
Hold
on. Just looking for
LeBron
trouble. You want to go to hell. You want to go to the basement. That's what that's about.
Udoka to the Lakers. Stop crying like bees, man. Stop.
All right.
Okay, Lakers.
Okay.
Who's on the Lakers?
Time. Stop crying like bees.
Okay.
But really? He didn't call him
that. He said, stop
LeBron said
we all grown.
Stop it, Shannon.
We know that. Hold on. We know that's the trigger word for LeBron. Because remember what Draymond said?
Okay.
So we know that's the trigger word.
LeBron said we all. So now Ime Udoka got to be sensitive to LeBron feeling. That's what we talk about now?
Here's the thing. My grandpa used to say. Everybody don't play the same. What you might say to one man is okay. Say to another, you get fired up.
You LeBron James.
So you heard what Shannon had to say. Yo, first of all, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you dudes. Like, yo, what is going on? For real. What is really going on? What is it with these dudes, whenever they come to defend LeBron, they got to start taking personal shots at people, personalizing it, and disrespecting dudes. Here's what I don't understand. You're talking about you feel a type of way that somebody went at LeBron, and then because you deemed it to be disrespectful, and what do? You then disrespect the hell out of the person that had the dispute with LeBron James. Is LeBron James 10 years old, or is he not a 38-year-old man? Does LeBron need you to run up on the court and start fighting for him, or can't LeBron do that for himself? That's number one. Number two, like, yo, what's up with these dudes, man? What's up with these? Like, yo, what's up with this thing of like, and I'm noticing it, is this pattern of like somebody say something about LeBron and y'all get wild disrespectful. I know these dudes. I know them. I can tell you from personal experience. We got creators. We got some people online. They do videos about me, and they take personal shots at me over LeBron James. They never met me in their life. They never met me in their life. They can tell you about where I grew up, where I live, saying all type of crazy stuff because they love some dude. I don't understand it. Same thing with Shannon Sharpe. Kwame Brown has a position that was a basketball-related issue, a position where he said he didn't feel like LeBron had a bag. And then Shannon goes on Undisputed and starts taking all of these wild, crazy personal shots at Kwame Brown about how you were a bust and all of this and all that. And then Kwame Brown fires back at him. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Why do y'all got a person? That's number one. Number two, and I gotta ask the question. I gotta ask this question for real. What y'all think? LeBron is some type of deity? Is like LeBron above human? Like, y'all think LeBron is a god or something? How dare you speak about LeBron? He's a human being like the rest of us. Or am I missing something? Am I missing something right now? Like, is he not a human? So hold up. If two basketball players or basketball coaches and all that, because it's not the first time a coach has gotten into it with a player, if they're having a dispute, Well, he's supposed to be like, yo, hold up, that's LeBron. I can't say that to him because they're in the heat of competition. If you call him a B, a B, blah, 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 that's what they say anyway. Dudes acting like as if dudes don't say this. Dudes acting like as if they've never heard LeBron say that to somebody else. I'm trying to figure it out. I've heard Kobe Bryant go at dudes on the court, cuss them out. I've heard dudes cuss out Kobe Bryant. I didn't see nobody coming on TV crying for Kobe, talking about, oh, you don't talk to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a grown-ass man. He don't need no dude coming on TV twerking it up for him. This is how they talk. You think basketball players saw Kobe like, yo, that's Kobe. I better not say it. They will talk greasy to him, and he will give him them buckets. That's exactly what would happen. I saw Serge Ibaka get up in Kobe Bryant's ear and say some crazy stuff to him. Kobe said something back to him. I didn't see no referees or somebody jumping on TV talking about, oh, how dare you say this to Kobe Bryant and blah, 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 blah. What's going on? It's the heat of competition. Y'all acting like as if this dude is some god or something that you can't talk to. Number one. Number two, LeBron was also running his trap. So what you think? Dudes are just supposed to sit up there and genuflect and be like, oh, nah, that's LeBron. We're not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. Some of these dudes don't care. They don't care. They don't care if that's, they don't care. And you're making it seem like as if they got to bow down and kiss the ring. How dare they say all of this? How dare somebody, then he said, oh, the magical word for LeBron is, the trigger word for LeBron is when you call him a B. So really, LeBron is the only man walking around on earth that if you call him a B, he's going to be triggered? Are you freaking kidding me? So if you call the next man a B, he's not going to be triggered. But if you call LeBron James a B, he'll be triggered. What are we talking about? You guys worship this guy. And you treat him like as if he's a deity and he's just a person. He's just a person like the rest of us. At night, he still has to pray, get on his knees and pray to God like the rest of us. But you guys are acting like as if somebody can't take a position on it. Do like, oh, he called him this. And number two, who are you to be up there trying to disrespect this dude for him? That's the same thing Shannon did when he tried to go fight the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, what are you doing? I've never seen LeBron get into a fight over Shannon Sharpe. I've never seen it anywhere. But this is what they do. The minute somebody says something about their king or whatever, they start getting wild, disrespectful, start taking personal shots. I don't understand it. What is this about? So the guy disrespected LeBron, but you disrespecting the next, that's not disrespect? I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, it's okay because you're coming to the defense of your king. What is going on? You guys practice idolatry. You don't think that on a basketball court, guys have said, yo, you a B, you know what, you a MF, da-da-da. You don't think they do that? Of course they do that. It's competition. It's heated competition. Of course they're going to do that. It's going to take place. And you're acting like as if everybody should say it to everybody, but he's exempt. F out of here. Nobody's exempt. On the court, we're all competitors. If you feel a type of way, handle your business. I don't need dudes running on TV cursing dudes out for me. That's just cornball beat. But this is what these dudes do. This is what they do. Whenever somebody say something about LeBron, they take it and they start taking wild, disrespectful shots at you. Wild, disrespectful shots. Running around acting like they gully, like they big you or somebody. Y'all need to cut it out too. I ain't seen nobody, none of you dudes putting your goon down on nobody. Y'all are talking like as if y'all are G.I. Joes and all of that. Yo, cut it out. And stop trying to tell people how they should feel and how they should. So Ime Udoka, who's the same age as LeBron James, 38 years old, you're supposed to look at him and be like, oh, nah, that's LeBron. No, that's what you dudes do, who be sitting up there twerking it up, pouring honey all over each other. That's what y'all do. What's going on? Like, why you got to personalize it? These dudes weirdos, man. This is just I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's what I think. It's weird and it looks mad soft. You're gonna sit up on LeBron. Even the thing about Draymond Green, Draymond called him a B and they heard it. So what? So what? What's gonna happen? He gonna break down and start crying? So what? That's the reason to suspend somebody from an NBA Finals? This is just a continuation of some thoughts that I had. So recently, there was this thing that took place on the basketball court between Ime Udoka, head coach of the Houston Rockets, and LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. They got into a back and forth. They both got double-teched. And then Ime Udoka got thrown out of the game because that was the second tee. LeBron had his seat. So I didn't think it was much. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal, right? Like, if that happened to Kobe Bryant or Kawhi Leonard, I'm not making a video about this. I'm not. But anyway, So that took place, and then yesterday we saw the audio of, or we found out what they said to each other. And then Ime basically told LeBron, stop whining like a, you know what. LeBron goes over to him like as if he was about to snuff him. That was never going to happen. And then they have their back and forth, and then Ime gets thrown out of the game. So what happened? Today they were discussing this, and I came across a clip from Undisputed featuring Skip Bayless, Richard Sherman, and Keyshawn Johnson. So they were talking about it. Keyshawn said his piece. He said he didn't see nothing wrong with it. Skip Bayless said his piece. He ain't see nothing wrong with it. But then it came Richard Sherman's turn. And Richard Sherman was basically like, when it came time for him to talk about it, instead of just reacting to it, he got into this whole thing of, who is Ime Udoka? Who does he think he is? You ain't no tough guy, and blah, 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 blah. So for those of you who didn't hear what Richard Sherman had to say, I want to quickly play it for you guys. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Richard Sherman had to say here in response to this back and forth. Take a listen to that.
It's just back and forward. What's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Right. I mean, the big deal for me is the disrespect, and you not out there, and so that's the part that gets me. He's sitting there acting like he tough. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. You standing on that sideline under the protection of these referees in this stadium and these cameras. So you could say, don't walk over here like you tough, call him the B word, call him soft. But in a dark alley, when it's just y'all two, are you approaching with the same energy?
I would say Udoka's going to approach you with the same energy.
Yes.
I would say he is.
I don't
no,
know.
I'm telling you, I would say he would.
I hear y'all. Believe me, I hear y'all. But I'm sure Udoka has played LeBron James because LeBron James has been in the league long enough to play. Were you approaching it with that same energy? Because if you were, he was probably punishing you. And so maybe that's a little bit of jealousy. Maybe. I don't like you coming with this energy like you somebody. You ain't nobody. You don't got no bars in this league. You ain't got no championships. So when you talking to a player and you're talking like that, like I couldn't imagine a coach talking to me like that in football, because when players talk to you like that in football, that's the cool thing about this game. You talk like this in football, you're going to have to physically show me that you mean what you say. This is a physical sport. This is a combat sport. If I call you the B word, you get a chance to prove you not. In this instance, you calling him soft, you calling this, he beating your team. This is a finesse game. You're not in boxing, you're not in football, you're not in hockey. Like, shut up.
Okay, all fair points, Richard. I buy where you're heading with that. But you have to understand, when Ime did play, he wasn't a great player. He wasn't even a very good player, but he was an enforcer.
Yeah.
He's not as big as LeBron because he goes about 6'6", maybe 225-ish, 230. What's LeBron, 6'9", 260? But
he's a scrapper.
Trust me.
Yeah, he was a scrapper.
He's a scrapper.
So you heard what Richard Sherman had to say. You want to fight Ime Udoka? Help me figure this out. Do you want to fight Ime Udoka? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Richard Sherman, do you want to fight Ime Udoka? Do you want to call him up, ask him where the next game is going to be, and roll upon him for daring to talk about LeBron? Number one. Number two, how you know if Ime Udoka is soft or hard? How you know that? Number three, why are you taking into that level of, oh, who does he think he is? If I saw him somewhere, Ime Udoka, what you gonna scrapple him? This is what I'm trying to figure out. You gonna scrapple Ime Udoka? Where you know Ime Udoka from that you figure, okay, he's soft? Why are you taking it to this level? This is the thing I don't understand with some of these LeBron supporters, man. Why does it always have to go to the level of disrespect? I don't get it. These are true grown men having a dispute, and then you guys jump on and then start disrespecting the other person for daring to go at your God. What kind of idolatrous behavior is this? It's the same thing that Shannon Sharpe did today. They're talking about it. Shannon Sharpe takes a shot at Ime Udoka about Nia Long. Like, if I would have said that, and Stephen is like, why would you say that on TV? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That same situation is what got the guy to lose his job. Why would you do that? And Stephen A. Smith was like, yo, stop. Like, why would you do this? Kwame Brown had a comment to talk about LeBron's basketball game. He wasn't even talking about him as a person. Shannon Sharpe was talking about how Kwame Brown was a bust and all that. Why do you guys always take it to the personal level? I don't understand it. Why do you personalize it? And start taking all of these disgusting shots at people like, yo, who do you think? That's what they do. And they do it on YouTube. They do it on YouTube too. These dudes are all the same, the vast majority. They all have the same pattern of behavior. I know them. I had to block one dude because every single post that comes out about LeBron James, they tag me. Dude is tagging me. I'm like, yo, what kind of weirdos be? Why did you tag? First of all, why are you coming to my Instagram account to tag me to every LeBron post? I had to block his ass. Then I go to the DREAMERSPRO account. Dudes are tagging me to other posts. Then I look up. You got other dudes running around doing lives about me. Then I look up. Then you got other dudes conniving together in the corner beating at me like, yo, how we going to get this dude? You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do a live. We're going to do like a 4. We're going to trap him when we got him. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. And then you got them out there crying, talking about, oh, you bad disrespect because I call you calling me some bums. Y'all are some bums. I'm sorry to call it like I call it like I see it. You calling me a hater, I call you a bum. That's it. I'll be the hater, you be the bum. Oh, now I'm a hater, but you're not a bum, but you're a bum in real life, though. These are the same dudes that will be doing 4 or 5 hour lives about you. Meanwhile, they're the same dudes that sent you messages, can you come on my show? And I never answered. This is the same boys. This is what they do. And I don't understand what's the need for all of this disrespect and taking it, making it personal and say, I don't get it. My thing is, how are you assuming that Ime Udoka is soft? Based off of what? Based off of what? You just looked at him and you know he's soft? Really? That's how it go? That's how it go? You just look at somebody? Oh, he ain't going to do it. He ain't about, like, and number 2, why are you taking it to that extent? It's just basketball. It's just basketball. Why do you need to, why do you need to go at the guy on that level? I don't understand these dudes, man. This is how they behave. This is their pattern of behavior. And they get upset when we call it out. We're going to call it like we see it. You're not going to sun us. You're not going to intimidate us. We're still going to make the content we want to make. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be, G-checking dudes over. Ain't nobody looking at you dudes like, oh my God, here they come. Like, what's going on? Like, yo, cut it out. You guys are not John Gotti. You're not spinning the block on nothing. Cut it out. We're just talking sports. Stop trying to take it to a physical level. Oh, I bet you was in the hallway and he did. Come here, cut it out. We talking sports. All of us. Like, cut it out. Like, stop with the, you don't know how tough it is. If you're going to be tough, stop talking. Like, yo, cut that out. Ain't nobody, come on, stop. Like, come on, you doing all of that. Ain't nobody, stop.